Army of Darkness Forever, issue number 1 from Dynamite Comics. So yeah, we got another Evil Dead comic, which is great. Freaking love Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched it literally hundreds of times. I literally had a moment, it was like in college when I was like doing a bunch of work. I would have a marathon of Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness on loop, basically, just over and over again for an entire month straight. So yeah, I've seen both movies so many times. Yeah, anytime there's an Evil Dead comic, I'm always down to check it out. This issue, I don't know how to feel about it because it's basically just a bunch of recaps of Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. That's pretty much all it is, especially Army of Darkness. There's like not much new stuff in here. So like we start off with Ash basically telling his story about how he worked at S-Mart. He had a girl named Linda. They went to a cabin. Supposed to be him and his friends went to a cabin. They found the book, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead. And that evil got out. It took Linda. It took his hands. Eventually, it took him back into the past. And then it just recaps Army of Darkness about him starting off as a slave, fighting the witch in the spiked room, falling in love with Sheila, setting out to get the book and repeating the words Koktu, Baradu, Nektu, being attacked by the mini-me's, being split, Bad Ash, fighting the evil, destroying it, and then basically we have a split here. We have Ash in the deleted ending. So in the deleted ending, as well as here, Ash is given this drink, and he has to swallow 6 drops. It'll put him to sleep, and when he wakes up, he'll be back in his time. So he says his goodbyes to Sheila, goes into a cave with his car where he does the 6 drops, and when he awakens in the future, and he slept for too long. And he's like, screaming like, I've slept for too long. That was the original ending for Army of Darkness. And there's actually, like, you can go see scenes of that because that scene was actually shot. And then it got reworked. And we also get the final ending where we have Ash and he back at S-Mart in 1993 and he's telling his story to one of his coworkers. And, he has this new love interest who tells him the story was kind of cute. And then the S-Mart gets attacked by one of the Deadites. He kills it, does the Hail to the King, give me some sugar baby. And then he goes on the date with the coworker, the female coworker. So we have just basically a recap of Evil Dead 2, a recap of Army of Darkness. We have both the original ending where he wakes up in the future, and then the final ending that everyone knows where he is back in his regular time. And the only new stuff is with Sheila, where back in 1300 AD, Sheila basically is trying to tell the wise man and the king that the evil is still out there. The darkness is still out there. We weren't able to completely destroy it. In fact, she even she tells them like the same darkness that haunted the Promised One haunts me. Like I can feel it flowing in my veins because I was once a part of it. Because in Army of Darkness, she became evil for a while. And so she feels it. And she even tries to tell them, like, we didn't destroy the Army of Darkness. Like, yeah, we destroyed their king, and we destroyed a lot of their soldiers, but we didn't kill all of them. Some of them ran off. We saw that happen. We have to go and hunt them down and destroy them. Otherwise, the evil is going to come back. And they brush her off. They basically, like, tell her, we have peace right now. We're not going to do anything to disturb it. I have spoken. Let's speak no more of this. And so she rides off into the woods where she gets attacked by some of the Army of Darkness soldiers, the skeletons. And she becomes a girl boss warrior and she fights them, easily destroys them. And then she sees a ceremony where they're trying to bring Bad Ash back. I don't know how I feel about this because the thing is Sheila is not a girl boss. She's not a warrior. In the movie, like, yeah, some people might hate the whole like damsel in distress, but that's what she was. She was a damsel in distress. She didn't fight. So to just have her all of a sudden you know, once Ash goes to sleep, she comes back and she's just now like a badass warrior fighting off the Army of Darkness on her own. I don't know. That sounds a little bit too much like modern day comics for my liking. I guess we'll see. I am a bit confused about the fact that we're going with the 2 endings. So I'm guessing maybe this is gonna become a Army of Darkness, or I should say an Evil Dead multiverse, where we're gonna have multiple versions of Ash. So I'm guessing we're actually gonna be following 2 versions of Ash. We're gonna follow the one that got sent to the future, as well as the one that's in our current timeline. I wonder if that also means we're gonna get the Ash in his 60s that we see in the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV series. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, it was interesting. The artwork isn't the greatest, I would say, kind of on the weak side, but whatever. I can deal with that. I will say that the humor is very much like Evil Dead, but then again, all the like humorous parts are the parts that are straight up recapping the movies. So there's no like really original scenes here other than the scene where Ash is jumping into a car with the new dates, the new love interest. Like that's the only like real like original comedic kind of scene that we get. And I will say that yeah, the dialogue is very much Ash. So I guess, you know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the new change that they gave Sheila. I don't feel like she should be like this girl boss character. I think it would have been a lot better if she just comes in to the meeting and she spies on the group trying to resurrect Bad Ash, rather than her fighting off a couple of the soldiers in warrior outfits with like 2 swords akimbo. Like it just, that's not Sheila. I don't know who this character is, but that's not Sheila. That's not the Sheila that I know in Army of Darkness. So yeah, I didn't care for that too much. Other than that, like I said, it's just mostly recap. So it's kind of really hard to say if this is good or not, because it's the only original stuff I didn't care for. Everything else is a recap. I will check out issue number 2 and see how that goes, because a lot of this is like setting up. So hopefully, issue number 2's got to be like just complete original stuff. Because I mean, unless it's just going to be nothing but recap, I don't see how you can do that since we've already finished all the recap here. So yeah, this was okay. I guess I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. I guess it was average. Like I said, it's just it's mostly recap, and it's recap of stuff I've already seen. So maybe if you haven't seen the movies, then again, if you haven't seen the movies, why would you read the comics? Like I feel like the comics are specifically for like fans of the movies and the franchise in general. It would be kind of weird if you jump into a comic book series based off of a movie franchise and you never seen the movie franchise. I mean, I guess there are people out there that have done that, so more power to you. But yeah, it's just basically recapping stuff that everybody who's familiar with Evil Dead already knows. So there you go. There's Army of Darkness Forever. We'll see how the next issue goes. This was average. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.